Hi, I'm Jan and I'm a student of EAL 310. I'm a novice at developing an online learning hub, but I'm here to help share what I've just learned and hoping that it will help other novices, people scared to get started or late starters. So bear with me. Some of the terminology I use may not even be correct, but I'm hoping to give you some practical tips to get you over that hump. So let's go to my sandpit, and this has been getting developed and there's still work to do on it. All I'm going to talk about in this first video is to prepare for your sandpit, because I really think that's helped me rather than just diving in and then muddling around and having a play. I do think that's valuable, but I think if you're leaving it till the last minute, you should prepare some things quickly first. So first we're going to need our lucid chart storyboard that we developed at AT1. And if you're deviating away from the AT1 storyboard, now that you're developing the learning and designing it fully, I think that you should refresh it and work with a clean slate. You can go to Canva, canva.com, and they've got lots of templates too if you've run out of your lucid chart availability. The first point I want to make then is that your finalized storyboard is the touchstone upon which you will develop your sandpit. Let's face it, it's got everything there in a nice visual as to what you're doing, be it a quiz, be it a video, be it a PowerPoint, be it uh, an interactive discussion in Zoom. They're all there, so it will help you plan out these pages. Point two, you will also need to have a USB stick. I got a clean one, so everything was there real quick. And what I did was anything that I'd already developed, it went in there. I even put my welcome wall that I'd created in Padlet. I put the embed code, it's very long, as opposed to a share link code. And it was in a Word doc, so when I had to put it into my actual sandpit, it at the unit homepage, it went in real well. And then I've got the little pink dot there to show that my students can add their sticky notes there. So things like that, planned in advance, will help you at the end of the day if you're doing this as quickly as you can. Point three, look to that storyboard and all the related documents, images and other items, as well as the welcome wall, and have them there and put them into the weeks that correspond. More about that in a minute. Gilly Salmon has the 5 stages of learning for e-learning, as we know. So in week 1, we need to keep it basically devoid of any heavy learning content. So you'll find when you get into your sandpit shell that it looks like it's following the salmon model. It's all about access, motivation, supporting you to get started, how to use MyLO. So don't delete those things if you're wanting to follow the salmon model, just as a tip. Now, point 4 is look to the storyboard and learning design template, again, to make a unit outline. Now, my unit outline is over here, and I've put it under unit overview. So click on content to get this downward panel, and unit overview, we see I've written a little bit about my non-award unit, and then I've put as an attachment that's very visual, it just opens up like this, my unit outline and structure. I followed the one provided for us for EAL 310, and at the last pages it does have the unit structure with the weeks you do things, the activities, the dates, due dates for assessments. So I've followed that pro forma. Some students I've noticed are only doing it over a couple of pages, so that's up to you. But as you know, we rely on it as students to teach us, show us the way as to what is due and what we should be at with our learning. So develop your unit outline and overview and pop it in the unit overview tab. Point 5, decide on the learning outcomes or goals that you aim for your learners to achieve by week's end for each of your weeks. For example, I have done that for all of my weeks. Now, bear in mind, we only have to show 4 to 6 hours of learning, e-learning. So it's not important to develop every week. It would be impossible, and in the time we have. So just focus on putting these learning outcomes across all of the weeks, and you'll see for week 1, mine are learning goals, accessing MyLO, accessing the welcome wall, reading the frequently asked questions. So I'm not putting too much pressure on my learners in the early stage of their learning program. And you need to think about doing this for each of your weeks. Just create them from what you have already unpacked when you've done your storyboard and your LDT. Go back to the unit of competency if you must, and put these down on a Word doc and have them saved in a folder named the week. Week 1 is mine. I have it on the USB stick, so when I was developing this page, I just quickly went and grabbed it, cut and pasted it into an existing panel or box that was on my web page, and you click up here to edit web page, but that's coming in another video to follow. So the next and final point I want to make is you will not get anywhere if you do not have your MyLO Mate widget. I'm pointing to it up here. Or installed as an extension to Chrome. You cannot use another browser, you must have Chrome. And this is great, you get all these design options here that help you embed codes and so on. I've embedded a YouTube somewhere and used this particular one just as an example. And what you need to do is just go to Google and type in MyLO Mate download. It'll take you to, in the searches, exactly what you're looking for. Click on it and then you'll know it's the right one because it'll say University of Tasmania in the text there. There'll be a red link and it'll say available here. Click on it and allow the download to become an extension of Chrome. The MyLO Mate widget is, like I say, up here if you know, to let you know it is on the Chrome as an extension. So do all these preparatory things. I have attached a Word doc with this text that I've just spoken, so you can go over those items again and we'll talk about it in the next video. Thank you.